Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Summit 2 by G2A.com. We've got America coming up. Brian's here. He's excited. He's waving.
Hey, guys.
All right.
It's been a while for me. I haven't casted in forever.
Yeah. I know. I bumped into Ben downstairs, and he said, "What are you doing?" I'm about to go cast with Brian. His first response was, "How long has it been since Brian cast?" It's like, I don't know, a couple of months,
Gonna dust off the rust. Yeah.
You got to break off the rust. Nobody dusts the rust.
Maybe. I mean, you might dust the rust off. Maybe. I don't know. Come on.
Oh, man. We've got 3 games today. We've got the Sneaky Nix Assassins versus paiN Gaming to get things started.
Yep.
SNA, they're still in the tango for the top 4.
Yeah.
They're not in it right now, but they haven't played a game in a while.
They need to win.
They do. paiN Gaming, they're in a rough place. Technically, they need a win here also. I think one more loss, and they're pretty much out of it. So not looking so hot for them. But, hey, should be a good matchup now. SNA and Navi US, they've been all over the place with their rosters. It's been a nightmare. So I think the best way to do is just to get into this draft and look at what they've got going on.
That IX Mike Spirit Breaker, it's back.
It's back, baby.
Dude, that was
never here?
Yeah, TI3.
Oh.
That was a TI3 special. Team Liquid would run a lot of Spirit Breaker. Dude, did you not watch Beyond the Horse, the Team Liquid documentary?
I watched parts of it.
Boba challenged.
It was surprisingly boring.
Oh, I liked it. Come on. All right. Anyway, I like those guys. Anyway.
I like the people, too. It's not the documentary.
Mike challenged Bulba to a 1v1 Spirit Breaker versus Nature's Prophet. And won.
Whoa.
And won. He like bash sorted him like I think 3 times in a row and won the 1v1.
That's pretty good. That's one of those like trophies you can hang on your mantle and be pretty proud of.
But that's he ran it a lot in the International 3. It was mainly because the ult had just gotten buffed to go through BKB. And that was just like in TI4, TI3, a lot of the meta changed into abilities that go through BKB. And so it was very strong to have that hero there. Lifestealer was also still a very popular pick, so it was very common that a Lifestealer would infest into a Spirit Breaker and then charge across the map for a gank. The ult was a lot better in that it wasn't broken through fog. So we saw a lot of the IX Mike Spirit Breaker. It actually got so popular that Ice Frog nerfed it. Because I think it was mostly it wasn't really getting out of hand in the pro scene, in terms of the support Spirit Breaker. But I think it was one of those things that was just he was getting too good in pubs. It's like the Omni Knight nerf to the ult. It's not really going to affect the pro scene very much, but the hero was kind of getting out of control, so he had to do something to help the plebeians, throw him a bone.
So Brax is on the roster now. It's Fluff, Nestle, Mike, Brax, and TC. So kind of like the old Liquid-ish. Now Brax is here. Yep. I think Ush has now basically been traded to Navi US.
Yeah, that's the best way to think about it as a trade. Brax for Ush.
Yeah, and then Navi US also lost 1437, and it seems like Way2 is their replacement for him. So there's this weird kind of liquidy break in half. Now we've got these 2 teams that are sort of made of liquid, but have a backbone of Mike and Fogged. I don't know. It's weird stuff. But talking about this draft a little bit, paiN Gaming, Ember Spirit, and Skywrath Mage to get things started. It was a first pick for Sneaky Nix Assassins. They grabbed the Razor. So this was their response. Some Silence, some Snowball, and ooh, look at this. Got some more Snowballs picked up. Ogre McGee, number 4, and you got Centaur. Big Brad for the 3rd pick there.
These are the 2 supports right now, Skywrath, Ogre. They're not following Skywrath. We thought that having 2 nerfs in a row, both just to his ultimate, though, I believe. I don't think anything else was changed besides the time that it takes his ultimate to deal its full damage. Yeah. He's just still too good. That base movement speed just means he can. There's so many things that he can do in lane that the other supports can't. He can zone so efficiently. He can still roam better than just about anybody. That immediate silence is so good against so many heroes in this meta. It's just he's still good. And Ogre. What's funny is we have the 2 tankiest heroes in the game at level 1 in this match. Spirit Breaker, the highest EHP at level 1, versus Ogre, who has the 2nd highest.
The big boys coming out. I like seeing Ogre and Pudge on the same team. It just seems like
the fat team.
The match made have the jelly team, dude. All about the jelly rolls.
Who else are other like obese heroes?
Spirit was chunkier, then he went on a diet.
Yeah, he's on a bit of a diet.
Worked pretty well. Spirit Breaker's got a big body. Tree's not fat, but he's huge.
He's big boned.
He's big.
He's big branched.
Yeah, he's he is pretty big branched. But yeah, the
10
combo from
remaining.
paiN, the Ogre and the Skywrath, pretty solid. we've seen these two in
5
injunction
seconds
with each other
remaining.
be pretty successful. Ancient Seal buffs up Ogre's damage. He's got a slow. Skywrath's got a slow.
Reserve
It's
time.
it's crazy how easily they can zone somebody out.
Right, and Skywrath makes up for Ogre Magi's weakness in that he's melee and it's kind of slow early, and Skywrath is ranged and very fast, so
Yeah.
it makes up for that very well.
Tubby the Ogre. Well,
10
SNA, they get some
seconds
minus
remaining.
armor here with the Vengeful Spirit to go
They
with
love their Vengeful Spirit, but we have a sniper pick.
Dire
Hey,
team
Mr.
pick.
Sniper.
Wow,
You know,
I wanted to talk about how much SNA loves Venge, but man, paiN.
Yeah, we've seen Sniper come out a little bit here and there. One
Alright.
hero that I think is really good against Sniper is the Centaur, so they've picked him up, which is a smart play. But Spirit Breaker, he does some of the things that Sniper doesn't like, i.e. some kind of gap closure to get up in his face. And
Right.
I mean, there's going to be this pretty big window where if Spirit Breaker hits 6 at a decent timing, he's going to
Swap
be able
kind
to
of
just
gets in your face too.
yeah,
like,
just charge, nether
10
strike the
seconds
Sniper, and
remaining.
what's he going to do? Hit you with his gun? I mean, he's
Yeah.
just going to fall
5
over.
that
Yeah,
needs to
like
be
you
his
said,
new
you got
ability. He needs
Venge.
like a pommel strike where he can just like hit
Yeah.
you with the butt of his gun and knock you back. It's
You know,
like Gust, except
I was playing the
Reserve time.
Will stun you, knock you
GoldenEye
back.
007 emulator last night.
slappers only.
Well, yeah, dude, and when you get the sniper rifle, you get a gun that's just hit him with the butt of the sniper rifle.
Yeah.
And I feel like Sniper needs that. You get melee range and he gets a little
Well, then
extra damage.
It's kind of the same thing that Drow has, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it stuns him in place. I don't know.
It's something, even like Hunters and WoW had it. You have the little, I don't know, they had some melee
Just
attack. I
smack
forget
'em
what
with
it
it.
was called. Yeah, just hit him. You got to hit him sometimes. Marana, the final pick for Sneaky Nick's Assassin.
Fluff has always loved his Marana.
Yeah, all about that Potom. Good stuff, though. Good support. Pairs nicely with the
Oh,
bench.
so this is going to be a. Wait.
What are you excited about here?
Okay, never mind. Oh well, gotta have a remake here.
We got a remake. It says abandon. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Remake.
Yeah, we had an issue going into this game, guys, where it said that Mike and Fluff had failed to load into the game, even though they were into the game. So,
Yeah.
for whatever reason, when they loaded back in, they tried to reload and they got into the game, but now it's showing them as having abandoned the match.
Yeah.
And
So-
that's generally not a good way to play Dota 3v5, even with the extra gold. I don't.
No, it's no good.
I don't think
It's
I don't think
no
they can come
good.
back from that.
So we'll
Some
get
people,
this-
say Mike's maybe not the best player, but probably not in terms of like playing without him.
Well, depending on your lineup, it could be advantageous because when you get the abandon like that, all of your gold instantly gets redistributed.
Yes.
So that happened one time where it was just to happen to a support, and the other team was like, "No, we have to remake because you guys get all the gold that your support's getting just fed to your carries."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's split against 4
Like
heroes.
30 minutes
but-
into the game, you've already got the benefit of having the support from us.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. You're just pulling
Yeah.
gold all over the
Never
place.
thought about it
so
that way.
It's
Maybe.
broken in a
Maybe.
number of ways.
Not at the beginning of the game.
Definitely not. No,
For
it
certain.
is rough.
No, for a second I was thinking it was support Spirit Breaker, and I forgot Mike was playing offlane.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I can't get away
Yeah.
from the old school support Spirit Breaker that Mike used to run. I want to keep. I
No,
wanna-
he's been in the offlane every game that I've seen. Though
Oh, yeah,
notably,
that's always been
I have
fun.
not cast much SNA in this group stage.
He
Kick
works-
all unassigned. Okay, I don't know who these people are. See you later.
He works pretty well in the offlane, like we said before. Like he's the tankiest hero in the game at level 1 in terms of VHP, so he can deal with getting zoned out pretty well. The only issue is that he doesn't have a lot of things that really help him in the offlane in terms of securing farm.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of just stands there.
Yeah, I don't know. I've only seen one offlane Spirit Breaker, and I think it was Vici Gaming that did it in one of the last group stage games of the Chinese qualifier. And it was not good. He couldn't do anything because one of the things about the offlaner in this meta is like you either want to be doing ancients or just leeching XP in lane. And Spirit
Right.
Breaker sort of wants to do that, but he also wants to be moving around helping the other lanes. And I
Right.
think he really shines in the 4 when he can get a couple of early levels, leech a bit, maybe pull in the
Right.
jungle, and then just charge, kill the mid, kill the other lanes. And if he can do that, then you're setting up wins all over the place.
I agree. It kind of feels like honestly, it just seems like a poor version of Centaur and how he functions in lane. Like
Yes.
Centaur can kind of get up and around because he's so beefy because he has return that he can kind of like get out and do stuff. But I feel like the stun for Spirit Breaker is a lot worse than Centaur's stun in terms of like being safe in lane and getting away, just because charge is
Yeah,
You kind of have to charge away and get out of lane and go. Like the way charge works as an escape is kind of awkward.
Yeah, it works
It's
really
not
well if you're
great.
in deep, because then you can go to one of the
Right.
lanes that the enemies have pushed in. But yeah, it can be kind of a weird getaway. I feel like with Spirit Breaker, the key is making your impact known early on, because he doesn't really scale that well.
Right.
The games when he does scale well are ones where he can move around, set up kills in other lanes, so he sets opponents behind, and then also, does well for himself and finding farm that way. He's not one of those sit back and just kind of, in 25 minutes I'll start charging people.
Right.
You got to make it happen early on.
Exactly.
But Baga's having some problems here. His PC keeps resetting. Oh man.
45 degrees Celsius. Woo.
Did somebody leak our password? Who are all these people? Get out of here, you spotty dogs. Okay, here we go. CM or AP? Oops, my family. Baga says that's his family. Sam, all right, we're going to go AP then. If nobody cares, AP better good. Okay.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Some teams really they really prefer AP just because it's faster in a situation like this. But
Stats-wise,
it's too
fucks up stats.
Well-
if you do an AP remake,
Oh, yeah, it does.
it's not that big of a deal.
But what is worse is that AP is still slower, or faster rather. It takes less time in the beginning stage. So if you want to run to plant wards down, you get a little bit of an advantage in captain's mode. So I don't know. Some teams are really adamant about doing captain's mode so that it's preserves the integrity of the game. The way it's supposed to be. I don't know what the right word is there. Maybe integrity was a little deep, but others don't really care that much. Like maybe that speaks to
AP
strategy
is the
a
best
little
for
bit.
convenience. Like CM is best in terms of like keeping records.
Yeah, I mean,
accurate.
honestly, CM doesn't really take that much longer. It's not like you don't have to do the
it's not
same
that bad.
bans. It's just, it really sucks if somebody forgets what was banned or what was picked. Or rather, what was picked. Bans don't matter.
Yeah, bans do not. matter.
But I guess you have that same problem in AP, where I've seen people say, I don't even remember what you guys picked last time.
Yeah, I saw one time Envy was telling another team what they had picked.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny.
Yeah. That happened, I think Pandago did that yesterday to somebody, where he was giving them the info. No, this is what you guys picked, I swear. Doesn't seem like the most trusted source to me, like your opponent's captain.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
yeah, I guess we did pick Spirit Breaker. How did I forget about that?
I'm trying to think of really bad heroes to tell him, but honestly, in this meta right now, I can't think of what is the worst hero that's actually in the game right now.
Merlini and I were talking about that the other day when we saw Spirit Breaker picked, and I was like, who is the worst hero right now? And he didn't really have a great answer.
We used to have a pretty straightforward, like most people thought it was. Cinderin really disagrees with me, but I'm going to stick that it's Chaos Knight.
You still think Chaos Knight is
Cinderin really disagrees with me on that. I remember that was like.
Well, he said at Star Ladder that we saw a CK pick in one of the games, and I was kind of poking some fun at him, and he said it's a very situational hero, but in certain situations he absolutely dominates.
I think he is the weakest hero in the game.
I think you can also say that about every hero. There are certain situations where they totally dominate.
There's
I mean, that's Dota, dude.
The problem with CK right now, there's no reason why. Like you still have to pick him with a Wisp, and then there's no reason to not pick a Tiny or Sven or a PA instead.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Sven just outclasses CK in most things except pushing.
Yeah, and Tiny still just outclasses him.
And CK can't farm. Like that's the issue. You just can't farm with CK. It's so hard. And you're not going to build a Battle Fury on that guy because you need to have illusion stats. So you have to build the guy with stats. So
and he's not really that great with Midas either. Yeah, he doesn't really.
Like
attack speed's okay, I guess. But.
He has a really hard time farming. You kind of have to build his illusions up, so you have to build like stat items. But then that doesn't translate well. You can't farm with your illusions; they don't last long enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's an awkward. He's in an awkward spot.
All right, we're in agreement. I put CK pretty low. So the real I was going to say we got to get into this game, but we've got another Baga DC. This could end up being a short game here, Brian, if Baga can't get this game going. They were making jokes about the heat. I wonder if his computer's
35 degrees Celsius.
That's pretty hot, right?
That's really hot, I think.
35 Celsius.
Especially for October.
Oh, well, for October. 95. Oh yeah, Parker knows Celsius.
Oh yeah. Someone who's not.
Parker says it's like 95 or something.
These Ember Spirit hooks are really strange.
Dude, they look like candy canes.
I've never seen these before.
I don't think I've ever seen this. Dude, he looks like.
He looks like he's got those little fire pokers, like the little things that you put beside your fireplace.
Yeah,
it's like he's gonna do that Indiana Jones scene where he's gonna stab him with it.
Yeah,
coming out of the fire.
This is a weird Ember set. I'm not sure how I feel about these swords. Getting into the Christmas spirit, I guess. We were just talking the other day about how much we were looking forward to Christmas here at the BTS house, Brian.
Yeah, kind of. I'm ready for. I like taking. I love Christmas, but I like taking my holidays as they come. Man, I don't get excited about Christmas till after Thanksgiving.
Dude, we're getting a radio in the kitchen every meal. Bing Crosby.
No, I told you I don't like happy Christmas music. I'm a weirdo.
Bing Crosby is not happy. All right, that is one sad old man singing songs.
I mean, he's got more upbeat Christmas songs. I don't know.
I'm actually not that big on the Bing Crosby, but I'm okay with it. Now, what set I really like here? Look at this Spirit Breaker, dude. This cow is ready to fight.
Is that the ISSI set?
I
don't think so.
No, this is the Iron Will set. He's got the
Was
flail
this
of the Iron Will.
Dream League one? No, I can't remember. I'm usually pretty good about my sets, but I don't.
I'm not sure where this one came from. It's nice though. Very nice.
I kind of feed with Spirit Breaker, so I don't play him a whole lot.
He's actually almost on my top wins.
Really?
I played a lot of Spirit Breaker. He's fun in pubs, dude.
You
I
know
love just charging.
You know who's my second highest now?
Do I want to know?
Anti-Mage, actually.
Anti-Mage with your fighting Anti-Mage build?
No, I don't do that anymore.
Please, guys, pick Invoker and go Wex.
Dude, I used to do that. Was actually not that bad.
It's okay. It was surprisingly good.
Back when Wex was a lot better. Like, back when EMP wasn't nearly as... When EMP hadn't been nerfed yet, that was really good. Because, and a lot of times in pubs, if you end up with an Anti-Mage... I would usually do that if I had, like, random Anti-Mage.
Oh, okay.
And your team, like, okay, yeah, I'm going to not support you.
Does that happen a lot? Like, random, get Anti-Mage every time? Is that your thing?
Occasionally.
Okay.
Like, I've had it happen. I had it happen a couple times, and there was an Invoker, because there's always an Invoker, and I was like, well, this team is not going to support me to get a Battle Fury and let me farm. So.
Uh-oh, Flanders, he's getting charged up. This could be a potential first blood here, Brian.
Sexy Flanders. Oh, and he walks back into the arrow.
It's a 3-second stun. This is an easy first blood. Netty, nowhere to go. You're so nice, so helpful.
He almost dodged the arrow so well, but he walked right back into it.
Yeah, Vengeful Spirit draws the first blood. Extra gold coming out for Nestle here. And a good start for the Sneaky Nyx Assassin. So it will be Mike in the off lane. He takes the Spirit Breaker, picking up that new sponsorship, 200 TB. Pretty nice. Good work there, Mike. Brax will be mid
personal sponsorship
on the the Death Prophet. Yeah, right up there with the Merlini Matt sponsorship. Cyborg Matt bought him a panini in the Kiev airport. So he was supposed to change his name to Merlini Matt, but I don't think he ever did.
Oh.
Merlini with a panini. TC, safe lane Razor, getting that double damage rune. And he'll be farming it up pretty well up against the Centaur.
This guy loves his Razor. Like we talked about TI3 metas with Spirit Breaker. TC was one of the better Razor players at TI3 as well.
Mm-hmm. I like that his name is also Razor. His name was TC Razor.
No, the best part is so it's Razor like the actual hero, not the
peripheral.
Sponsor, and if you look at Fluff. Fluff is Razor spelled with an S. So neither of them actually sponsored by Razor, just slightly misspelled versions of it.
All right, fair enough. Racer, I like that. Well, Radiant side, we've got paiN Gaming. They are the underdogs here. King RD is on the Ember Spirit safe lane. He's joined by Ned.
This is surprising, the lane setup. I was expecting the Sniper to be safe lane and the Ember mid.
Yeah, Baga will be on the Ogre, and it is 4DR taking that mid Sniper. Who's playing the Centaur? Oh, that's Gren. Yeah, it's Gren TXD, not Grent. Just as an FYI there, Brian.
Okay.
But I don't know. I feel every game we've seen Sniper, he's been mid. People are really prioritizing that XP, and we've seen Snipers going back
every
to the
time you've seen him. Is it been common? I haven't been able to watch all of
Well, we saw it in Stay Free's last game the other day when we put on our clown shoes and walked into Clown Town.
Right.
We saw a second pick Sniper, third pick Pudge.
I don't know if that counts.
I think we saw it one other time semi-recently. Because Merlini was talking about Shrapnel, and he was going on and on about Shrapnel 2-0. Look at this. Shrapnel amazing.
Yeah.
So I think this is the third time we've seen it in the past couple of weeks.
Usually when you do go mid-sniper, you like... I think a lot of people do like the max Shrapnel. I don't know if it's like the prevailing notion. I know that's what Ben prefers.
Mike finding himself in a sticky situation, but there's that charge escape we were talking about. Easy peasy. Spirit Breaker's good.
Yep.
7-1 too. He's finding some decent farm.
Yeah. And that low cooldown just means he can just, have it ready to go again.
Yeah. And he'll just head right back to lane, circles around. The one thing that stinks about Spirit Breaker is that he can't stack or really farm. Well, he can stack, but he can't farm Ancients.
He can't farm.
Yeah.
He's another hero that just has issues farming. Like,
I guess Centaur can't really farm Ancients either, but he brings
he can stack and then, use double edge sometimes, like if he's really
frisky, yeah. Yeah, not going to be a big Ancients game this time around. So we'll see how the Sniper fares. Initially in lane, he's in pretty good shape. 14-8 against the 9-4 DP. So Brax getting out CS'd a little bit. I guess it's a tough lane for the Death Prophet. Her attack animation, not bad, but Snipers is, well, he takes the cake there.
Yeah, it's hard to deal with.
Especially if you're an experienced Sniper player. His attack animation is, like, so good that you have to practice with it. because it takes
so
a while to
fast.
get used to one that's that fast.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of instant missile speed. It's like Razor. I actually like Razor a lot. A lot of people hate his animation because it kind of lags behind the whip animation.
Yeah.
But it's almost immediate. Like, it's one of the faster missile speeds in the game. I think only like Gyro and Sniper are faster.
He has like a really long wind-up with a really fast missile, which is
super fast.
Which is a really weird pairing.
So you just have to, when you hit last hit with Razor, you have to just kind of like pretend like you're. It's like Gyro. It feels like Gyro last hitting to me.
Yeah, yeah, I could see that. I hated Razor at first, but then I got used to him.
Right.
Very quiet early game here, though. 4 minutes in, only that one first blood
Is mine.
for that bottom rune early on. The unfortunate non-juke that came out from old Netty here. Skywrath Mage is level 3, though. Getting that baseline, at least has his 1-1-1 going on. Ooh, up by the top secret or Radiant Secret Shop. Gren on the run, level 2 Centaur as Nestle rotates over.
The Centaur hasn't been able to get anything. Level 2, he's been completely zoned out of his lane. No last hits, no denies, just a.
And meanwhile, Mike's halfway through level
Radiant's
4
top
with
tower
double
is
digits of
under
last
attack.
hit. So that's your big disparity so far.
They've done a very good job of controlling the quick. That's one of the things that TC is probably the best at. He's really good at that. As we see him go in here on Grant, I don't think anything's going to come of it. Ogre, though, getting a stun over on the side on Nestle.
Yeah, now he strikes back.
Radiant's
Magic
top
Missile
tower
comes
is
out,
under
but
attack.
Baga, oh, he's tanky. He's not too scared. Loses a little bit of armor from the Scream, but all things considered. It's kind of interesting to think about the lore behind the Wave of Terror. It's like, oh, God, as I'm talking about that. They dive. Yeah, but like she screams so loud it breaks your armor off, literally. That's like, it's just such an odd mechanic against a hero like Ogre. But down bottom, they get a kill on IX Mike. So Skywrath finally cooks his head of the jungle. He does go for priority in Ancient Seal. So going for that
Dire's
increased
bottom
silence
tower
duration.
is
So it
under
extends the
attack.
window that the Spirit Breaker can't charge away. I think it's smart here.
Green going to get going on again top. Both stuns will go through. Will they have enough damage? No. Baga being able to stun and be there for his friend.
Yep.
Baga's just had to stick around top to make sure that their Centaur gets, some semblance of
He's not even getting
Farm
farm.
and
It's really
levels.
just to make sure the Centaur doesn't
die.
die.
Yeah.
I mean, he's level 3, so I guess he's getting something out of the Centaur being up there, but it's not much.
But yeah, back to what I was talking about earlier. Everyone thinks about TC as a very cerebral, very technical player, and that's very true. He's one of the better carries at just maintaining creep equilibrium right where it needs to be. He's very smart about stacking, farming stacks in the jungle. Like, his farming routes are usually very, very strong.
Yep. Now, Rune at the top position here for the 6-minute mark. It will get picked up by the Ogre. It's a haste, and Assassinate comes out from the Sniper, and now Brax.
Oh,
He's in a lot of
the hasted
trouble.
Ogre.
Yeah, Ogre's just going to chase him down. Even Shrapnel on the high ground. Man, the range on
Nice.
that ability.
He would have been in range for the kill XP, so the fact that he got that kill is actually really good.
Yeah, 40R grabs the last hit, so great news for the Sniper. He'll now find his level 7. Michael head mid and absorb some experience while the DP's in the grave, but a nice setup for paiN, and they strike right back. That now makes it 2-1. Looking at the graph, SNA still have a very minor golden experience lead out of the laning phase, but paiN Gaming's right there, and so far the Sniper's had a lot of space. His CS score is up there with the DP, not as good as the safe lane farmers, but doing pretty well, and he could be thinking about a hand of Midas. Brown boots with gloves coming out, maybe power treads, but maybe 40R just wants to go Midas boys and farm it up this game.
Oh, God. I hope he doesn't come Midas.
Radiant's
Not
top
sure.
tower
It could
no.
also
is
just be a
under
fast
attack.
Maelstrom. A lot of options
probably-
for the Sniper.
Oh, God. I'm hoping it's just treads. Just go treads.
Could also just be tread.
Or it... No, never mind. I was thinking brown boots. I want to see my Yule Sniper build, dude.
I don't think it's going to be Yule Sniper.
Yule Sniper's okay.
Never
It's
know.
not bad.
Oh, Gren, he makes some new friends in the jungle. Arrow flies through, will be off the mark from Fluff. Mike goes to chase him down. Gets a bash or two, but no way to stop him. Really needed that arrow to connect. Even if it did, I'm not sure they had the damage to bring
Radiant's
down the
top
Centaur. He is
tower
one
is under attack.
beefy mother.
Yeah, but while they're there, they're just going to go ahead and group up and push this tower down.
Yeah, this tower's done for. There is a
Radiant
glyph that paiN
structures
will
are
use.
fortified.
Centaur comes in, maybe hoping for a
Radiant's top
deny, but I
tower
think
is
he should
under
just sit
attack.
this one back with a 4-on-1. Last hit
Radiant's
actually
top
goes to the
tower
creeps.
has
So
fallen.
gold's
bit
shared
unfortunate.
around, but SNA secure a nice little gold nugget there with that tower kill.
Yeah, things are looking, I would say, pretty even so far. paiN's up in kills, but TC's been farming better than the Ember Spirit. Brax is farming ever so slightly better than the Sniper. And I don't know how I feel about the Sniper yet, man. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
I think it's good that they have the Ember Spirit and the Centaur, though, two heroes that can make some space for him and kind of be in the front lines in the fights. You got
He
the
has
Ember
to have
who's-
that Stampede,
Yeah,
right?
elusive to set things up, and the defensive Stampede could be be a pretty big deal.
Smoking up from paiN. They might catch Brax coming back in from the river here, and they will. Good positioning.
Yeah, Skywrath starts it off. Concussive right into the silence. There's your assassinate. Skywrath buffing up the damage. They'll give the kill to Baga as the Ignite ticks him down. Another easy pickoff on this DP. Meanwhile, charge on Ned. Fluff coming in, misses the arrow, and now he'll take an Ancient Seal. Baga trying to get in position for some stuns. He'll find it. Now the Ignite flies through. Ember Spirits join the party. Fluff leaps forward, but doesn't make it up a cliff, and he's certainly dead. It's a 5-hero rotation.
All 5.
Wow. And Razor, TC in kind of an awkward position here. Wanted to pick up his point booster. Will grab it. King RD hits him with some fiery bolas. Is there any follow-up? No. Nettie's low on mana. And Gren, no gap closer. Not even level 6 yet. So, all right. Sweet pick on the Mirana. Not too bad. Makes it 4-1. And paiN Gaming, man, they strike right back. Yeah. This Razor's getting a lot of farm, but they're doing a great job keeping the DP down. And so far, Brax is just not looking too intimidating.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
SNA's realizing they're kind of falling behind here in the action game. Fluff is going to buy up a smoke. He'll be looking to try to make something happen relatively soon. From back in the days of Complexity, he always liked to respond with smokes. They were one of the earlier smokers in the game. They enjoy doing it early and often. All right. I see an arrow maybe on the bug. I don't think they can dive this. It is an ogre after all.
They're thinking about it. DP does have an ultimate available if they want to try for it. But still seems very risky. High risk, kind of low reward. Just to pick on the Ogre is... He's not that grand of a prize right now. He's already picked up his Soul Ring also, so not too much gold to lose. Of course, information they're not privy to, but... Wise choice just to abandon, and they will rotate towards mid. But Mirana, is Fluff going to get left behind? King RD comes cruising on in. Fluff is there, and Fluff is dead.
And up in the Ancients, we've got to go on to 40R. IX Mike with another strike. Will it be enough to bring him down? It will.
So, it's a 1-for-1 around the map. Better exchange for the Nyx Assassins as they get the mid-hero of paiN. And that's Spirit Breaker, already being an irritant. But my question is really, is Mike doing enough? We're 10 minutes in. He's assisted in 2 kills. One was the first blood, which was maybe a small degree of luck. That arrow was just a misplay, I think, from the Skywrath, more so than a really good setup from the sneaky Nyx Assassins. Now he'll charge mid, and maybe it was level 7 that he was waiting for to really start moving around and coming online, but I feel like this is a window where the Spirit Breaker really needs to get a lot of kills.
Right, he has to keep the tempo and keep the... Like, this is where the hero excels, is just keeping pressure on the enemy team. And if he's able to... If he has to kind of stick around, if he sticks with, no kills for the next 10 minutes or so, I think that the Spirit Breaker pick will just not pay off. And we'll see the smoke here from Fluff. They're going to rotate around. They're probably going to go on the Ember Spirit down bottom. It looks like, yeah, they'll ping him out. They want his blood. Oh, no, that actually was a ping from the Ogre. I think it was telling the Ember Spirit, be careful.
Yeah, 20 seconds on the on the Nether Strike. They may want to charge him. Spirit Breaker pretty good against Ember Spirit in this kind of a situation. If he isn't the one that initiates, he can still charge him, keep the charge going after he scoots back to one of his targets and maintain vision. But now Nether Strike will be available. Maybe Mike will just initiate with that. No, charge first. Now charges up the Nether Strike. Magic Missile. King RD in a lot of trouble. The burst from Mirana will be there, and Fluff secures the kill. Nice setup on Ember, and they secure it.
They had to have that chain lock off perfectly, too, because he had a Remnant off in the jungle, and that should have been enough to get him away, but they lined everything up perfectly. It's really easy to chain stum up the Charge of Darkness and the Nether Strike into the arrow, but everything had to be basically perfect, and they did it.
Yeah. 40R putting a lot of pressure on the mid-tier 1 tower. Brax looking for the deny, and they're having this kind of cold war here around the tower. Who's going to auto-attack it first and secure the deny? Puts the shrapnel onto Brax, completely fakes him out. 40R making the plays, looking for the assassinate, sipping up that bottle to make sure he has the mana for it. Won't be able to find the assassinate, but good work on getting that last hit. I like that play there.
And he will just go treads, thank goodness. I don't know what his next item will be, though. Probably some... We've seen Sanjin Yasha sometimes, just because of the strength and movement speed that it provides.
I think going Maelstrom early is not bad, like Maelstrom Blink.
It's not terrible if you really think you need to farm. Maelstrom's not bad.
Yeah, Mjolnir crit. I like the attack speed mixed with the crit. I also just like attack speed on that hero for the headshot. Down bottom, yeah, King RD going right onto him. Ned's there with a follow-up. Silence will make it an easy kill on the space count. It makes it 6-3 as paiN Gaming. Pulling to the lead hero kills-wise, but still it's SNA that are getting better farm around the map. 1,200 gold, still in the Dire's favor as...
TC has just been in this area. Like, he hasn't left this little...
Yeah, if you were like to draw a heat map of where he's been, it's like red hot here
has
and green
not
everywhere
left.
else.
Like, if he ever pushes the wave too far, he just goes back into his jungle, like does a couple of, and actually, as we mentioned that, he's going to TP back to base.
Well, you gotta heal up sometimes.
And he gets the Midas after the point booster. Okay.
This is really interesting.
I think he's realizing that the other team is not making it a priority to shut him down, and he's going to try to make him pay for it.
Yeah, and I think it's on top of that. paiN Gaming are being, I wouldn't say they're being passive, but they're not being particularly aggressive either. They've done absolutely nothing to pressure the Razor, and they're also not knocking down towers very quickly. They only were able to push that tier 1 mid because they were busy ganking bottom and making some space for that sniper to pressure the tower. So I think TC feeling pretty safe and just wants to make sure they have some sort of a card to play towards that late game. DP, good in the late game, but after getting put down so hard, maybe not so much. And here, Brax soon to be 0-3. Down she goes as Ember Spirit secures the kill. Mike, the Bash Lord, putting King RD in an awkward position. In comes Nestle, connects with the stun, and Fluff is there to secure the kill. How many bashes are you going to get here, Mike? That was pretty damn impressive.
What a looker.
All skill, dude. Max Mike with the skill shots. Ogre versus Spirit Breaker. Who has the RNGs on their side tonight, boys?
Oh yeah, this is like in college football I have like the bowls, right? Like
yeah,
this is like the RNG bowl.
The RNG bowl. I like that. I think you got Sniper too for some RNG headshots. Just need a couple of bashers and we're in business, baby. Down bottom, smoke rotation from paiN. They'll see TC and he's farming very far forward. What are you doing, Broseph? You can't farm that close.
I think they had Moonlight Shadow. I think he believed he could get away, but they didn't have enough lockdown that he could get away. But they have Ogre and Centaur.
Centaur with a Blink Dagger, mind you. So.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Very ambitious from TC, and of course he'll get punished for it. So
I'm pretty sure he was aware he was at that far because Fluff was immediate with the Moonlight Shadow, but it just wasn't enough.
Yeah. Well, either way. SNA will pressure the tier 1 mid. Get a little bit of damage onto it. 400 HP remaining on that big boy. Ooh, misses some searing chains down bottom. That's all right.
Is under attack.
It is paiN Gaming that are really striking back, though. That gold graph that was decently in favor of SNA is now almost zeroed out. paiN actually taking the experience edge. So finally, all these kills going their way are starting to add up, and now Razor not as comfortable on the #1 seat in terms of net worth. Sniper only 500 behind. Nipping at his heels. Does have that Maelstrom recipe, so there you go, going some attack speed route. And I don't know, I think they've done a good job just drafting this meat shield for him with like your Ogre, your Ember Spirit, and your Centaur. That's a lot of beef. And here we go. They jump right onto Mike. Fiery Bowl has come out. Bog is there. Hits him with a torch. And 200 TB, not going to be enough to keep IX Mike alive.
Not at all. And Mike is just being... It's really strange to me that paiN is so focused as Nestle gets bolused again. The arrow will fly through from Fluff. Short distance, though. It'll be enough to save him.
And, okay, yeah, they won't die with it.
No, he hadn't shot the arrow. There is the arrow.
It's on King RD. Follow-up damage, looking quite scary. Baga on the high ground doing what he can. Hops to the Remnant, but it's in a bad position. And even the DP joining this party, as it's a full 4-hero rotation. Still Sphere Breaker in the well. He'll be charging in. But, all right, they get a decent kill on the Ember Spirit. Nice pick-me-up there for the sneaky Nyx Assassin.
They're going to go in for Roche. They have the Spirits. They have the Wave of Terror armor reduction. They can do this.
The Wave makes this so much easier. -1 armor on Roche. It hurts.
Arrow, good measure.
They may try to contest this, though. They've got a ward down. They know what's going on. They'll have to go in quick, but they could contest this. Centaur, will he go for it? Gren, now's your time. He will not man up. Razor gets the Aegis. Mike goes charging in, gets silenced, gets stunned. Mystic Flare brings him down. Now, a little bit of time left on the Exorcism. They find Baga. Yule sets it up, but Stampede will keep him alive. Razor's link gets broken. Ned gets hit by a stray arrow, but King RD, he's right in the front lines, goes in onto Nestle and Fluff. Fire remnants around. They will take down the Aegis, and it's a disaster for SNA. paiN Gaming coming out way ahead as they get kills on the Mirana and the Venge. Brax left behind, tries to TP home. They've got the damage. Ember Spirit will bring him down. The Razor, the only one to survive, and it's only because he had the Aegis.
Yeah, that's 5.
5 to 0, baby.
Yeah. Mike just got a little bit too greedy. He probably should have canceled his charge when the Centaur blinked away. He charged right at the Centaur, was afraid he was going to try to go in and try to disrupt the Aegis at the end. And he blinked away, and Mike, instead of canceling his charge, going back to his teammate, overextended a bit, got caught out, silenced, and Mystic flared right down. And that really made the odds go against Nyx, considering paiN was all right there ready to fight.
Oh, and speak of the devil, Ned getting initiated on, but Gren is there trying to help out his buddy. He's the one that intercepts the arrow, but it's still going to be a double kill as the Centaur and the Skywrath get picked off mid. Mike finding a little bit of vengeance there right before that I was going to comment that in the fight it was a good play from Ned to get the silence on the Spirit Breaker, and that's kind of what started it off with Mike getting blown up. But they're hungry for more. They find Baga. They want some bacon. Charge deep into the tier 2, and Razor will be there to bring him down. Who is this brave Ember Spirit coming in? He gets stunned up. He's hasted, but he almost goes down. They do find a kill on Mike. His sniper starts laying in the auto attacks. Maxed out take aim will help him out there. Ember Spirit on the high ground, still hasted up, finds Nestle. Tier 1 tower goes down. And
goes for the bounty rune first.
I like this. I like this greed. Now the Mystic Flare on the high ground. Nestle just walks right through it by King RD. Remnant up, doves to bring him down. They lose their Tier 1 tower, but paiN Gaming, they get a lot out of it. Yeah, I like that.
He was so sure he was going to get the kill on Nestle. He wanted to make sure he got the bounty rune before she denied it.
I like it, dude. Approved. So I already seal of approval there. The greedy plays. So paiN, they do take a little bit of a nosedive on the charts. SNA get a nice pick-me-up there, but 40R, he did get a kill. And goes Maelstrom Blink. And a little sad I didn't mention this build. It did come to mind, but
middle tower is under
if
attack.
you have the attack speed, just using the Blink to sit back is good stuff.
Right. And this is the issue with the Spirit Breaker in the offlane. He's 0 and 5. He's having to buy smokes at this point. He's got 2 items. He's a support at this point.
He just falls off. Now you're basically running 1, 2, 4, 4, 5 kind of. You don't have a true 3.
Exactly. So it's if you don't get a lot of kills early, the hero is a bit underwhelming. You can still be really good in team fights if you can kind of stun lock a single target. That's definitely valuable, but you can see here he's expecting to be a lot more tanky than he is in these engagements. He's extending too far. He's having a front line from his team, and he's getting picked off relatively easily.
Well, TC still farming like a madman, still holding that #1 net worth seat. Hasn't grabbed too much since the Midas, except what he has on the Courier, which, hey, okay, that's a full BKB. He's looking a lot better than, well, the rest of his team. Death Prophet, she's kind of 50% behind him or so.
Radiant's bottom
and
tower
she will actually use the
attack.
ultimate down bottom to pressure the tier 2 towers. Lift comes out. Looks like she'll move into a BKB following the duels. No drum on her. Yeah, it's been a lackluster game for Brax. 0, 4, and 0. He was just picked on so much in the mid and frankly shut down pretty hard.
Right.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I would like to hear a more
tower
professional
is under
opinion
attack.
on this BKB
Radiant's
choice
bottom
from
tower has
TC.
fallen.
Because it seems kind of awkward. He went for the point booster and then went away from... I mean, point booster is probably one of the better, casual items in the game. But
definitely
going for a BKB
Dire's
relatively
top tower
early
is under
before he
attack.
gets any other real damage
Dire's
items, I'm
top
just
tower
worried about
has
the
fallen.
damage output from this Razor and the team in general. Nyx just, they don't look like they can really output that much damage.
Yeah, I think it's
especially if Exorcism's down.
Yeah, I think it's more of a problem with the draft and having 2 position, really 3 position 4s is what this is. Mirana, Venge, and Spirit Break. They're all at the same level of farm, and they're all doing slightly better than the 4 and the 5 of paiN, but none of them are really that scary in terms of damage output. Mirana in particular, she's gone full support mode with Arcane Boots. It's such a good BKB game for the Razor. I don't really know how you can pass it up. They don't really have anything to deal with BKB. It absorbs a lot of damage, so I see why TC wants it. But I think your point is well taken, but it's almost more on the supports in the offlaner than it is on TC, who, without a BKB, I mean, how's he going to live through
I mean, that's the issue. They're going to need, Fluff is going to have to actually deal out a large amount of damage in these team fights. Which is
here we go. Brent, he misses the stomp on Mike, but the multi-cast Mystic Flare. That'll be enough to bring him down. Stampede used defensively by paiN Gaming. They want no part of this Moonlight Shadowed Razor.
Poor Mike. paiN's just picking on him at this point.
Yeah.
I think this might classify as cyberbullying.
Almost, yeah. That was let's pop the Spirit Breaker, Stampede defensively, and run away like children with a full bag of candy. That's like exactly what they did there. The rage is coming. Watch out. IX Rage, dude.
It's okay. It's just a release game. Arrow flies just going to miss on Baga.
Well, Gren, his farm looking okay. Has a Vitality booster on the Centaur, so he's beefing up a bit. 40R, how's his farm looking? If he's going to go Mjolnir next, not that far away, less than 1,000 gold, and he'll be there.
And they are really all about these BKBs against this lineup. I mean, I understand that BKB works well, but Death Prophet's going to go for one next after the Yules. I understand the need for it, but when you're behind, I feel like it's one of those positions where it's hard to win the game without the amount of damage output.
Well, TC will move into an Ags pretty soon, about 800 gold off, so that's a step in the right direction. His farm
They might just be about
really
pushing
impressive.
up. They might just be all about 5-manning and pushing at this point.
I think they kind of need to be. They definitely don't want to take this late against a Sniper and an Ember, both of them farming slightly behind that of TC, but both very well.
They just want to survive the team fights that they push
They
with.
will outcarry. And now that Ember has a Battle Fury, I mean, he's scary in team fights, but it's also a big farming tool. Ooh, look at this rotation from SNA. They're smoked up. They're ready to make the paiN sandwich. They're coming in on the King RD. He'll go down first.
Woo!
A lot of damage comes his way. Mike gets stunned up. Gren, he gets left behind, and the rest of paiN just try and TP out. It's a quick 2 for nil. Baga, TP on cooldown for 15 seconds. Can he stay hidden? They probably figure he just TP'd away, and it looks like his trickery will be successful.
Well, I had to eat my words a little bit there. That was a good amount of damage output.
Who knew you could hide an ogre in the trees? Look at this guy.
Look at this guy.
Just hiding behind, eating some pine needles.
Dire's middle tower
Yum.
is under attack.
Ned,
Just enjoying
oh.
nature.
Yeah, Nettie getting charged up. He's in some
This is
trouble.
deep.
There is another strike available, but hey, he's got the silence. He's feeling a lot
Mike?
safer now, but Mike,
Mike.
he wants this.
Mike.
This space cow,
Mike
he
gets
gets
done, Mike.
multicasted. Oh, that's a life breaker,
I think
dude.
he's on tilt.
That was pretty bad. I like that. I think he's on tilt, dude. I will second that. Well, another easy pick off on the Spirit Breaker. Makes it a 1 for 2. They still got a nice kill on the Ember. And even though King RD is pretty farmed, showing there that he is kind of a glass cannon, still somewhat easy to kill. And if he gets initiated on and locked down, still not a lot of HP his way.
Yeah, he's only died once, though. That's exactly what you want. He's got the Mjolnir Blink. If you're wanting to take down a sniper, you have to do it early. Like, if he gets up these items like the Blink and being able to get away with this Centaur ulti as well.
And don't forget he has Bloodlust, too, which is only level 1, but that will
The move
really
speed's
start
really
to add
helpful.
up. So I think if he just looks towards a crit coming up next, like Maelstrom, or pardon me, Mjolnir, Daedalus with Bloodlust. Oh my god, dude. The crits, headshots.
Oh, no, man. Oh, gosh. I don't know if he's going to go full. I'm really interested to see what he builds next. I feel like Daedalus next is so glass cannon-y. If we see an engagement up top, Mystic Flare will hit on that.
Yeah, and Stampede's used for also nothing. paiN Gaming getting a little trigger happy. And they'll get absolutely nothing out of this fight except a couple of wasted ultimates, and they will ultimately just TP out.
Well, they see no reason. Like, if they don't know for a fact they're going to win the engagement, there's no reason for them to do it, because there's nothing they can really gain from just taking a
And Sniper
win
wasn't
up top.
there. He's one of their big damage dealers at this point.
They're just playing it smart and slow.
I mean, you're right about the glass cannon style of Sniper, but what item instead of Daedalus would save him in one of these fights if he gets jumped on? He gets smacked with a silence if Ice Mike is in his face. I feel like he's kind of dead either way, and Blink is probably his best bet in terms of defensive
BKB is probably not a good item against this team with so many things that'll go through BKB.
Yeah, and even if he gets charged, with the Blink Dagger, if you see it coming, you can blink back, and then you can force Mike to either cancel his charge or run into your whole team as long as you're not super far overextended. So I think that's enough defensive capability as long as he plays heads up. I mean, it does take some skills, but he's obviously feeling
Dire's
confident
bottom
here.
tower
I think you
is
just go all
under
damage
attack.
here. I mean, no BKB, so what does that leave you with? Something like a Lincoln's? I mean, you could go Force Staff.
Radiant's
pretty,
top tower
man.
is under
Yeah, Lincoln's is
attack.
pretty ass. I think Force Staff,
Dire's bottom
if you were
tower
really
is
wanted to
under
go
attack.
defensive and you were concerned about getting jumped on, that's a good, cheap option, but then you start worrying about he's shooting kittens out of that gun instead of bullets.
Right. I'm just
bottom tower
looking
is
forward
under
to it,
attack.
man. I'm just looking forward to figuring out what it's going to be.
King RD rather, he's going to go BKB it looks like, so no crit coming out for him or second Battle Fury out of the gate.
I think that's okay.
So especially if he wants to go BKB, then that means Sniper needs to make up for that lack of damage by going more.
Just about I said before that just about everything they have goes through BKB, and that's true as we see Fluff going to that.
Yeah, he gets set up on and Skywrath. Just makes that so easy. This hero, dude.
And that's largely true in terms of their damage abilities, but a lot of their stuns and stuff don't go through BKB. Like the Vengeful Stun.
Yeah.
It's good for that. So it's an okay pickup. It's just not the best BKB game.
Yeah, I think it's still useful. I don't know about second item on the Ember Spirit. I think you probably could have gone something a little more aggressive, either second Battle Fury or crit.
Dude, it might be the beloved Axe
Dire's
upgrade
middle
on
tower
Ember
is
Spirit.
under attack.
Oh yes, beloved. So good, so good. Does nothing. What a prize.
It's good stats, man.
What a Christmas
It
present.
gives you agility to attack faster. It gives you intelligence so you're smarter. It tanks you up, man.
Amazing Ember Spirit Ags upgrade. Gives 10 agility. Broken. This just in. Man, TC, man, his farm is just so impressive, though. He's still maintaining a big lead over this sniper, and his team's been in the lead for the past couple minutes, but nothing out of control, and he's just finding space to rack up those last hits. Already another 2,700 gold.
I never realized how poor Ember Spirit's agility growth was. 1.8. That's really bad, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty low. It's pretty low.
And
His armor is not something that he's known for.
right. Nyx, they are going to take advantage of this kind of Roche abuse lineup they've got going on. It'll be their second Aegis in a row. Last time it came down to a fight. They did not win, but this time they'll be able to.
Roshan
Totally
has fallen
uncontested.
to the
TC
ground.
grabs the Aegis. They don't have a great Aegis carrier. I guess TC is about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I think this is pretty good for SNA because they're going to be able to defend this tier 2 tower top if they want to after this. paiN, if they would have pushed it a little harder, might have been able to push it, but no, they're just going to sit back. It's almost like they're wanting to be an engagement for there to be an engagement here. They know they just took Roche, but they're not pushing this wave too hard, and they're going to kind of back off.
Yeah, I think paiN is messed up a little bit by slowing down the tempo here. They kept the Death Prophet down so well, and now she's just about even with the Ember. There's been a lot of time for recovery on Brax. He now has a full BKB. We've talked about how big this Razor is, and he's going to have his next core item soon. Thinking Shivas would be a great option here.
Yeah, I like the Shiva.
Refresher's still good. Always good on Razor once you have that egg. So either or, but still, TC's getting scary, and even though Sniper's farming pretty well, Nyx are they're secured for some late game action here at the rate this Razor is farming.
Looks like a
Sniper
Scotty
or
Manta.
Manta. One or the
Manta
other.
wouldn't be bad.
It's a little bit hard to say. If 4DR is thinking, hey, I'm a little too squishy right now, I don't want to go glass cannon, Scotty's a really good counterbalance to that BKB where
There's a couple of things to Manta dodge, too.
it's defensive. But yeah, I think Manta,
If you're really good, you can Manta dodge the arrow.
yeah, Arrow, Mystic Missile, I said Mystic Missile, Magic Missile, and the Silence from DP you can cleanse off. So yeah, that's okay. I could get down on some Manta here. Really good on Sniper just in general.
Right, kind of gives him everything he needs.
Yeah, although if you want to go for that build, I do like getting the Yasha earlier on. It's just such a good value item for farming. Gives you that movement speed.
Yeah.
It's very efficient.
The main issue is if he does go Manta, his illusions aren't really going to attack for anything.
Yeah,
They
that's
don't
true.
really hurt very much.
Something's telling me that it's going to be a Scotty. I just have that itchy feeling that there's some
I think
concern
Scotty's-
about this Spirit Breaker getting in his face and just getting enough HP to last through his burst.
I think Scotty's a decent. I mean, it tanks you up a lot more than a
Dyer's
Manta
top
does.
tower is under attack.
But we'll see. We'll see. He's in gold range to buy the
Radiant's
Yasha
middle
now,
tower is under
as
attack.
well as his second orb. So we should have something.
Dyer's top
Something
tower
coming our way
is
pretty
under
soon.
Need data, and it is the Scotty.
Oh, okay. There you go. The double orb.
And they're going to push. They're bringing everything in to push
Radiant
this tier 2
structures
mid, and
are
it looks like they're going to take it down. paiN is just going
Dyer's
to be
bottom tower
willing to
is-
swap the tier
Dyer's
1
bottom
bottom
tower
for it.
has fallen.
Which it seems.
They've already
Radiant's
lost.
middle
Did
tower
it just
has
go down?
fallen.
Yeah, they just
Oh, okay.
they just took
Yeah,
it down,
it's
and they're going to go for the second one now too. If they can take both of these towers, I'm going to say this is a pretty good trade for paiN.
Well, absolutely. Yeah.
I don't know
two
if they
is-
can, though.
Two is
The
greater
tr-
than one, but now 40R. He'll get left behind. He's got a TP. He needs to use it pretty soon. Charge on the way. Even if they scout out the Spirit Breaker here, this is a little bit daunting. Now
He's
the
got,
blink
he's
from
got
40R.
buddies. He's got a
He does
bloodlust.
have buddies, and they're going to stop him dead in his tracks. Mike, you're gone in deep. Your friends aren't here. The ding-dings. The Mystic Flare and all this Spirit Breaker. It's just another feed.
Oh, and
40R.
TC might fall too.
He thinks about TPing out, but then he stands his ground. He decides to throw out some auto attacks. Ned takes a lot of damage in the tree line. Doesn't have a TP, nowhere to make it out, but now Nestle gets a swap off onto 40R. It'll cost him his life. Razor in some trouble, will BKB, and King RD off to the other side gets the kill on the Ogre. Oh my gosh.
Critten's going to cancel his TP too. They wanted to.
Can he get Brax? King RD caught inside of the Yules, but the ball is no more remnants. I think you have
Sleight
to
of
let him go.
fist
Sleight of
enough.
Fist is there. Now he turns for TC. Bola's come out, and
He's going to try to
they'll
get
make
this
it back.
guy.
Oh, no, BKB.
Oh.
Gren comes in. That'll be the end of the Razor. Maybe he can get a kill on Gren. Oh, TC, so damn tanky. Finally goes down, but does a lot of damage in return. Now sets up the kill on Ember Spirit, perhaps.
He dodges. Oh, he dodges
Oh,
the charge
the
of darkness
slight.
with a sleight of fist. Will they be able to catch up with him?
But he's got nothing left. There you go. Finally, the Nether Strike to bring him down. That was a pretty chaotic fight. Ends as a 3 for 4, but
right.
they also kill the Aegis. So a pretty damn big fight for paiN. Even though they get cleaned up in the end.
Yeah, and the sniper still lives.
Yeah, Sniper
Losing-
lives, gets his Scotty.
Losing their Ember Spirit there was probably pretty bad, but at the end of the day, it ended up being a pretty even trade. I think SNA gets a little bit more out of that because they were able to take the tier 2 mid.
Yeah, that's
But-
a big access
But
point.
the thing for SNA now is they're almost out of towers.
So
Yeah.
briefly.
Like, and as they take down the Skywrath, I don't know how they can. I don't know if this team can high ground.
Which team?
SNA.
Oh, with a DP and a Razor? Of course,
Yeah,
they
but
can
it's still
definitely high
hard.
ground.
Like in terms of like if they force a
hard.
fight, 5v5, like I still think.
Yeah, I mean,
paiN
they're
wins
going
those
to have to find a
engagements.
pick-off, and they have Spirit Breaker for that. They need to find somebody across the map and just shut them down and then move in a 5v4.
Well, don't worry about their. I don't worry about their pushing ability up on the high ground. I worry about their fighting ability on the high ground.
Well, yeah, I don't think they can do just a straight-up 5-man shove against a Sniper, Centaur, and Ember Spirit. That's pretty damn difficult.
Yeah.
But
They're going to pick up another smoke, so Fluffy's going to be looking to get one of these pickoffs.
yeah, but that's okay. I mean, sure, paiN can turtle in their base, and there's not much Nyx can do to stop them from doing that, but then that's paiN admitting that they have no map control, and that's where Nyx can clear out their jungle, work their jungle, and third Roche will most certainly go the way of the Dire if that
We're
going to
see the AC up for Razor.
Yeah, pretty good on the hero. Synergizes well, especially with the Death Prophet, so I see
I
what
think
they're
Storm
going
will hit
for.
really hard.
Yeah. So pretty nice. The Shivas I still think is a good item pickup here. Maybe they'll reserve that for the DP, who is going into Heart next, but still Brax will definitely want to grab armor sooner rather than later, sitting at only 6 armor against a Sniper Ember. Yeah, that hurts. Uh-oh, charge out onto Ned. Arrow to follow up. Hits on Gren. 2x onto Mike. He'll get force stabbed out of the Mystic Flare. Force stabbed back to safety. But how safe is it? Not enough. Ember Spirit will come in to finish him off. Meanwhile, Razor focuses down the Centaur. Skywrath Mage gets picked off by the Death Prophet, who's going in onto the Razor. Finds Baga. And the Ghosts will be enough to secure the kill there. Meanwhile, top lane, King
Swap
RD.
on the King RD.
Will still make it to his remnant though. Now BKBs as Brax comes in, and Ember
Radiant's
Spirit
top
just a little bit too
tower is
elusive
under
for him.
attack.
Meanwhile in the bottom lane,
Dire's
Sniper Reno,
structures are
he's just
fortified.
pressuring this tier 2 tower, forces out the glyph, clears up the creep wave,
Radiant's top
and
tower
we'll just
has
lay
fallen.
into
Oh.
Mirana. Fluff taking so much
Dire's
damage
bottom
here.
tower
Sniper
is under
will
attack.
leave the tower in deny range before he
Radiant's top
backs out.
tower is under
40R
attack.
does have a TP scroll, and he might have to use it
Dire's
because
bottom tower
meanwhile on the
has
top,
been
there's the tier
denied.
3 tower taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, they're going to force Sna to back off here. Not good for paiN, but it could have been a lot worse if Sniper gets caught out there or Sna is able to stick around. And Sniper was pushing the bottom tower, and that made the Vengeful Spirit and Fluff go back, so they weren't able to commit to that push to high ground. So good job for Sniper there, pushing other lanes, which is very useful in a situation like this. So it could have been a lot worse for paiN there, but at the end of the day, they end up not losing a tower on the top lane, which is good.
Still, let's take a look at the graph here, see how things are really faring. It's Sna in the lead, about 4,500 gold. Now 3,000 experience after that successful fight. And that's the power of the Death Prophet just showed for us there. He did so much work. Spirit Breaker will find a
Dire's
charge on the
middle
Sniper. Oh,
tower
wow,
is
he was
under
farming
attack.
pretty deep. I'm looking at the graphs over here, and they get a quick pick on the Dwarven Sniper. And
That's
Razor will go Refresher next, by the way. He has that Perseverance already.
paiN has got to kind of get themselves together here. They've made a couple of really bad decisions. Like they've made there've been a couple of fights that we said were relatively even, but kind of went the way of Sna, and those have started to add up. And on top of this pickoff on the Sniper, it's not looking as good for him as it once was.
No, definitely not. His farm's still pretty solid, but Razor just continuing to one-up him. Now the Sniper going into looks like a butterfly with that Talisman of Evasion. An interesting choice. I don't know that Evasion is really the best choice here. I think he just wants some more. If he wants to go that I want to survive build, just go for some raw stats. I think the Scotty was the right idea.
Another charge on the King RD, all the way almost into the base in the mid lane.
Yeah, it doesn't have a fire running down. I think if that arrow connected, they could have gone for it. But
Mike's not letting these 9 deaths get him down. He's still going deep.
yeah, he's still feeling good. Yeah, it's been a rough game for this Spirit Breaker, that's for sure. Fluff. Well, he has a gem now, so a little map control will come Dire's way. I will say one thing that Fluff is really good at is using gems. He's just really good at, once he picks it up, positioning himself defensively so that he doesn't throw it away.
Ogre,
putting it
he's
on
in
the courier.
he's in the wrong place at the wrong time.
This is that like panic movement that Bog is making right now. Oh shit, they're coming for me from my base, and nowhere to go. Kind of running in the trees, no TP scroll. Picks up a few before he dies and gets his ring of regen. So that helps, Doesn't lose so much gold, but still a quick pick for the Dire side.
TC, like this whole time, while Sna has been behind, having to make things happen on other places on the map, he's just been farming up so exceptionally well. He's almost got his refresher done.
Yep.
I think this late game potency that they have almost comes down to TC's
He
ability
actually
to
does
farm.
have the refresher done. That's
Just his ability to farm in spite of in the face of adversity in this
Yeah.
game has been what has kept
Dire's
Sna in the
middle
game,
tower
and now
is under
they're
attack.
in a position to win it. If
Yeah.
they get a good team fight and they take Rax in the bottom lane, they are definitely in the lead.
I
Even
mean,
more
that's
so
the
than they are
scary
now.
thing. They just need an okay team fight to still do damage to the barracks and push after this. If they take a fight outside of the base and trade like 2 for 2, as long as they have Razor or DP alive with still an ultimate that at least has some duration on it, they can cripple this tier 3 tower and start going on to the barracks. paiN don't quite have that. I think they're still in a position where they can take a team fight
Radiant's
pretty well,
bottom
but
tower
what's the
is under
objective they get
attack.
afterwards? Maybe they can move into a Roshan, but knocking down tier 3 towers is not
And I just
really
feel,
an option.
and I feel like the sniper isn't really scary anymore. Like if Nyx had a melee core, it would be worse because of the headshot and the slow and the way it functions now. But Nyx, they just kind of need to stand in the general area of their objective with their ultimates going.
Yeah.
They don't really have to, right-click the enemy heroes as much. So
That's a good point. I mean, Sniper, it looks like he'll go into Chrysalis next, but this is part of that problem with going for like more of a tanky item like Scotty. I think it's still warranted here, but it's just one of those, it's not really saving him. You know, if he gets jumped on, that extra HP is not going to be the make it or break it in a lot of these cases. So if you just go for raw damage, just takes one good team fight where you're in the back and they can't get to you, where you're pumping their guts full of lead. But I think slowing down a little bit. Next Roche will be up very soon. He's actually respawned, so there's your yummy cheese. Was a very long timer, close to the max. And Hearted Trask is up on DP. I think Centaur, yeah, he went for a Crimson Guard.
it's really
Peculiar
late
game.
Crimson Guard pickup.
Yeah, pretty late, and also it just doesn't feel particularly good here. It does not work on the Ghosts. That would be Imba.
Does not work on the Eye of the Storm. There's not, like I said before, there's not a whole lot of right-click damage coming out of Nyx.
Yeah.
So the Crimson Guard feels a little
So
odd.
I'm trying to think of other things that it could be useful for,
Wait,
but there's no summons, no necro books, no additional units. It's really good against a large frequency of, or high frequency of
Low damage.
low damage instances. And
We're going to
that's
see a
just not
Moonlight
thing.
into the Roche pit here.
And they're also going to scout it out. There's a Radiant Sentry down. They are a little bit privy to it. And let's take a look at the Radiant Vision here. They've got a lot of it, but not much in the way of detection outside of that one sentry. They've got another sentry ward in the inventory of Ned, but no gem, no dust. And
Fluff is posted up here. He's going to have to make a fight happen, or he's going to get caught out here. Maybe he's going to get away just in time. Yes.
yeah, there you go. He will leap to safety as the Centaur shows himself. The rest of Nyx on the other side of the river. They're still thinking about this. One of them did have to TP home. It was the Ember Spirit. I think he put down a Remnant. I want to say he did. No, I don't see one. Okay. So he won't be... Oh, yes, he did. There was one way down there in the bottom. Hard to see on the minimap. So, all right, he'll be right back in the fray. They're still pinging out Roche like crazy.
My
Fluff
pet,
wants this. He's hungry for
thank you.
cheese, man.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of have this... Their lineup is very dependent upon controlling Roche, and they've done it for the game, and it's been partially what's kept them in the game. But I don't know if they are that confident about their ability to fight 5v5 in the pit, especially if they leave themselves open. Fluff is going to get gone on and just
Whoa.
exploded.
Whoa. Not
Yeah,
ready for
Sniper
that.
had the Assassinate lined up, and Grant was ready to just blow him up right afterwards.
All right, well, that's an easy pick.
Kind of uncharacteristic of Fluff there.
Yeah. And he was carrying the gem, right? Does that mean... Yeah, now Centaur is the gem. It's a Gemtar.
It's rough for SNA now.
That is a really big deal.
They
That-
spent so much time kind of posturing themselves around the Roche pit like this, trying to get control of the area so they could go into Roche, and now they...
Well, they hand it over.
Right.
So, I mean, look at this sniper. First of all, he's huge, so you should just admire his broad
He needs a
shoulders here
BKB.
with this bloodlust. But
It's BKB.
yeah, he needs a
Dyer's
giant
middle
now for
tower
sure.
is under attack.
I mean, he only hits for like 200 a pop, but he's got bloodlust, so he's doing it fast. And there's crits mixed in
Dyer's
there. They
middle
get the tier 2
tower
tower
has
mid
fallen.
pretty easily off the back of the Mirana kill. And now DP, she'll finally pick up some armor. And Razor, he's got another 2,000 gold off this refresher, and still 8 seconds on the BKB.
Now, this is going to be an interesting game to see the way it turns out. Like, I think these teams are so even right now.
Pretty even, yeah. About 5,000 golden experience in favor of SNA, but that is not a game-breaking amount at this
No,
juncture.
it's not. Not this late in the game. Especially with... If paiN just executes in a team fight, it's just going to be like the next team fight is going to be really important. Mike is, once again, kind of out here, kind of... His hubris might be not paying off on him as a slop out, and
All right, sacrificial lamb.
he's going to get
Nestle.
assassinated though, and he will fall.
Yeah, Spirit Breaker goes down. Now, they don't have any detection here except for the gem, which is on Centaur. So here we go. Brax in the front lines. BKB on. Baga taking a lot of damage. Crypt Swarm falls a little bit short. Now TC in the front lines. They're trying to catch somebody. King RD, he gets caught by a stray arrow. Now he gets left behind, and that'll make it a 1-for-1. A good trade for the Sneaky Nyx Assassins. And King RD does have a buyback and may be forced to use it if paiN want to contest this Roshan.
I think Mike might have been fully aware of the fact that they were going to engage upon him and he was probably going to die. I think it was kind of forcing an engagement on their terms.
Jungle, Gren goes in.
Nestle!
Yeah, they get the kill on Nestle and Fluff shortly after the buyback from King RD. He's right back in the party, now with 3 dead and all 5 alive. They'll press forward. Centaur survives, still holding on to the gem. Brax, he's invisible, but they'll catch him. Now they jump right on him. King RD giving him the fiery swords. They'll try to TP out. It won't be enough. A double kill for King RD on the Ember Spirit. And the Sneaky Nyx Assassins could possibly get totally wiped here as TC, he's in some trouble. Nope.
That was so bad for SNA. They got the pick off they wanted. They were rotating back in. They were about to start on Roche, but then their supports just get picked off in the jungle there. They were not expecting paiN to stick around in the jungle.
But now more SNA buybacks. Again, it's the Cold War over Roshan. One buyback used by the Radiant on the Ember Spirit, and Dire will buy back their DP and their Mirana.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So SNA, they will not just go charging into the pit, and that's one of those, we didn't really want to buy back to do nothing, and we can't just run into the Roche pit because they could still be around. But if we don't buy back there, they definitely get Roche. So you're stuck in this kind of odd conundrum as, whoa, speak the devil, King RD. He comes in, stuck on the low ground, 3x out onto the Razor, forces the BKB. Now he'll refresh, turn with the double ulti on, doing a lot of damage to Gren. But
and the Yules.
Out, Yules into the arrow. They'll find a kill on the Ogre. They get their gem back. Now Baga in some trouble as he's charged by Mike. Ogre cut down by the lightning of the Razor. And it'll be a 2-for-0 the other way. And now it might just be SNA that secure the Roshan. The double lightning from TC, a bit too much for him.
And now it's time for SNA to throw some lives away. That's what's been happening for the last 4 minutes. A 2-for-2 pickoff going either way, and Fluff will fall.
Yeah, he gets assassinated there by the sniper. And without these ultimates for Roche now, they do have an exorcism, but it looks like they don't want to use it. paiN come back in. It's a 3v4, but they're thinking they might have a chance. Mike getting clicked hard by the sniper. Mystic Flare onto the high ground. It's all of a sudden a 3v3, but now Brax uses the ultimate. Exorcism flying through his King RD. Pops the BKB, comes back for a slight. And paiN Gaming just happy to pull them out of the Roche pit. Now it's just running down the clock. They want to wait for this exorcism to be finished off. They're trying to do everything they can to stop the DP from pursuit. King RD goes in for a split bola combo, finds it. TC can't get off the plasma field to do any damage.
Brax is going to have to go back. He's got to pick up his cheese. He got to let it age a little bit in the pit.
And Razor, he loses the Aegis.
Dire's bottom
so cheese goes back. Brax gets it. But TC, he's going to die a second time. It looks like he'll use his BKB.
He'll get swapped out.
The swap. Nicely done from Nestle. Plays Sacrificial Lamb once more. Uses the Blade Mail. Still ends up going down. Skywrath will be happy to take the damage to secure the kill. What a game of ping pong.
And like I said, was going to happen. Nyx are going to lose a couple of kills. It's the way it's been. A team, they get a pick off. They get a couple of kills. They think they have the advantage. They try to press it, and then they overextend, and the other team gets 2 kills. That's happened for like 5 fights in a row for the last 15 minutes. It's both of these teams thinking they have the advantage and trying to press it, and it just not being as much of an advantage as they thought.
Yeah. Well, DC on the sniper. Hopefully 40R can get back in here. But the Scotty on the sniper proving to be a very powerful pickup just in general. You see what it does against that Razor, man. Typically very fast and elusive. As soon as he gets hit by the Scotty, he's locked down.
Right.
You know, I think there's a good chance for paiN to take this. It's a very even game now, completely zeroed out. But seeing Nyx get the Roche there, they didn't have the cheese for that fight. They still have it now following, but the Aegis did basically nothing for him.
No.
And this is where this Ember Sniper have really kind of hit their stride. The gem has gone back in hands of the Ember Spirit. Just so much gold on the field right now. There's 6,000 gold just sitting on the Razor. TC with a lot of money, but hasn't been able to spend it.
Yeah, I don't even know what he's going to, what he would go for next year. Maybe a heart.
Yeah. Probably just tank up.
I mean, a Shiva's would be a horrible idea either. He's already got a fair amount of armor, 26.
I think DP will go for the Shivas. She's got a plate mail already.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot more sense for the DP.
Right, Sniper gets his full Daedalus, but there's the charging from Mike, and that's the power of the Blink Dagger. Now the Stampede comes out, and IX Mike completely isolated from his team. He'll try to TP home. BKB will expire.
Not in time.
They can't bring him down. Okay. That was his 10-second BKB charge. Actually, I think it didn't expire, but it was a close call. It was
not.
just about to. So, all right. paiN Gaming force a BKB out of Mike. Now he can't do that again, but 40R, he's getting charged. Okay, rinse and repeat. He blinks back, but fluff. What was that? Now he's in trouble. Mike comes in, hits the Ember Spirit. Mystic Flare not doing a hell of a lot. TC in the front line trying to steal
Sniper,
some
they're
damage.
finally getting up in his face, but
Aga, 2x onto Brax. Now the swap onto 40R. He's in the middle of the fight, not where he wants to be. They get the kill on the Sniper. TC, just one ultimate. Refresher on cooldown for another 5. Has enough to bring down the Centaur. And it's the Sneaky Nyx Assassin coming out ahead once more.
look at that.
It's a 1-for-2 trade, though. Not the biggest win they've had this game as Mike charging down once this Ember Spirit. No ultimate. King
Oh, what a
RD has haste.
bolus. He bolused him right before he made contact for the stun.
Yeah.
Great job there.
Beautiful.
And it'll be the shoot.
Scythe, yeah.
I think that's smart.
Okay, I can get into the Scythe.
Radiant
Centaur will buy back
structures
just in
are
time
fortified.
as Brax pops his ultimate. He's taking a lot of damage, Brax is even having to self-yules.
Yeah, doing a lot of damage to the tower. Force Staff out of the Mystic Flare as Gren comes in, looking to hit him with the double edge. Ghosts flying around for Brax. Still has a decent amount of duration left. And they may try to shove into this tower once more now that the glyph is down. At the very least, Brax will get healed up a decent bit once the exorcism is finished.
He's like, I need to do damage with these ghosts.
Yeah, they've got
So I'll get some health back.
33 seconds, actually. Yeah, there you go. Heals him up a pretty good amount, but now Razor going on to the tower. Does have a refresher available.
Radiant's
TC
middle
holding it for
tower
now.
has fallen.
Probably wants to use it for a double sight. Gren comes in, connects with the stun on TC. Now
Oh,
that he is
force
forced
that forward.
in, uses the BKB, still holding the
Radiant's
refresher.
middle barracks
Lightning,
has fallen.
or Eye of the Storm doing a lot of damage to the barracks. They get both of them. And
That
now
was
he's
almost
on.
horrible. His
They
teammate
make the
force-staffed
retreat.
him forward. Nestle did.
Oh, that was a Nestle force staff?
Yeah, his cooldown was right on time with when it happened. I think it was a bit of miscommunication there, TC thinking he was going to get turned around in time.
There's 2 force staffs on the Radiant. There's 5 force staffs this game, so a little hard to tell. But
Regeneration.
all right, so Sneaky Nyx Assassins, they strike on back, reclaim the lead. Minor, but a lead nonetheless. And they get a lane of barracks out of it.
This really is force-staff gaming, isn't it? We're seeing a lot of engagements being broken up by blinks and force
This
staffs.
game is just ping pong in general. In the fights with the force stabs and going
Yeah.
back and forth.
Now
and
time
also
for paiN
just
to win. paiN is going to win the next
5 on
fight and then
5.
take a Rax.
All right, prediction. paiN takes a Rax and they get wiped up. Snob buys back and they go back the other way. And
It's just the way it's been,
I
man.
saw this with a game I was casting with Dakota where it was just 15 minutes of one team runs in, shoves, gets wiped, and then vice versa. Literally like 5 times back to back, and he just kept saying, "All right, boys, down the other way, let's go." Well, sure enough, they'd do it until one team just ran out of buybacks. And oh, Sna though with the sneaky plays, they'll do the
This is a
wraparound.
great smoke.
They're smoked up. The special tactics, the special tic tacs here, Brian. They're going to go in on it. Who's the
There's
charge?
the charge. Will he blink away in time? No.
40R. He gets hit by an arrow to follow up, but the force staff, can they keep him alive? Mike
No,
goes
the
in as
sheep.
hard as he can. It's a dead sniper to get this fight started. Now the Stampede's used. They'll lose the Skywrath Mage, and everyone else will scatter. Skywrath will buy back. Ember Spirit will hop to a Remnant back in the fight, but Gren, he's locked down on the high ground. Fluff is here. Moonlight Shadow's been deployed. They will secure the kill on the Centaur, and King RD, he's trying to be as elusive as possible. He's jumped all over the place, but he's finally out of Remnants. Nowhere to go. He gets shut down. He's in the grave for 2 minutes. It's a 4-0, and the Sneaky Nyx Assassins pushing forward with an exorcism at the ready. This could be your game-winning
Man, they
push
took
here.
that ping pong paddle, they just slammed it down in paiN's face and broke it over their knee.
Yeah.
They're done. They're done with the back and forth. They want to end this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And after that fight, they well could do it. 7,500 gold experience now in their favor. The big thing is there's no glyph and there's an exorcism. So how does paiN hold this off? They don't have any more buybacks remaining. Ember has already used his, so he's back on the field. But by himself, I mean, he's not that scary without the sniper backing him up with all that artillery. Here we go.
swap in.
Swap onto Ned. Flanders, he's going to get chopped up.
Stupid, sexy Flanders.
Oh, man. Now the tier 3 tower falls, and I think this is close to GG. Glyph is down for another 2 minutes.
Radiant's bottom
TC's going to have another
Radiant's bottom
ultimate up
barracks
by the time this one's over with.
Radiant's middle tower
They can even go
is under
top.
attack.
They've got Ned down for 60 more seconds.
Yeah. Ember just gets ghouled. Baga comes in, stun on the Brax, but they can just go for the tier 4s. They might not be able to win the game straight off this, though. The sniper's up
Taking
in
tier
5
4s will
seconds.
definitely-
Radiant's middle
Yeah,
tower-
this is crippling
Radiant's
hard.
middle
Second line of
tower
barracks.
has fallen.
Exorcism's done. Now they just need to back up, minimize their losses. This is the time you don't want to get wiped up and give paiN Gaming that one more Hail Mary. Remember, there are some dire buybacks on cooldown also, but actually are there. No, they have all 5 of their buybacks available. I'm spewing hot air here, Brian. Never mind. Go for it, SNA. You're all in, buddies. Have fun with it.
And here they are. They're going to have this Moonlight Shadow. They're going to go in, aggressively charge in on 4DR. And it's going to hit.
Oh, buddy. Arrow to follow.
Arrow just missed.
Won't connect. Centaur
matter,
comes
though.
in. Hoof stomp on 2, but 4DR, he's isolated. He goes down. Nothing that he can do about it now. No buybacks available. paiN Gaming on their last leg. Little Tim, don't take his peg leg. He won't be able to walk. Oh, Centaur, he gets beat with the peg leg. Now Centaur goes down. King RD, arrow, it connects. It's a full 5-0 exchange. GG's called, and Brian, after 52 minutes, the sneaky Nyx assassin.
They just had enough.
Victory.
Woo, they executed.
So I think the takeaway is that Sniper sucks against Spirit Break.
Sniper sucks against non-melee cores. Like, his idea is he's going to kite you, but when you have Razor and Death Prophet who hit R and run at you, it's just not really the same.
Yeah.
Efficiency. And TC just played out of his mind that game, honestly.
He really did. You said it at one point in that game that what kind of kept them in it through the mid-game when they were behind was TC's just unrelenting farming skills. He just sat there and was racking up the last hits. He was #1 on net worth the entire game. It never changed. I think the Midas, so going back for the 13-minute Midas after the point booster was a good call.
And LD has been saying this for months, and like there's this misconception that Razor is not good uber late. Like he's not a hard carrier.
Dude,
and that's
he's hard as fuck.
Razor does nothing but get scarier and scarier the later the game goes.
Yeah.
So maybe like after he gets 6-slotted and you're going up against like a 6-slotted Spectre or something, but when you're going up against even an Ember Spirit, like Ember Spirit,
he scales into like the 60-minute mark pretty well. And even at the end, if there's a carry that's out carrying him a little bit, he still does a lot. You can't deny that damage he puts out. So, all right, guys, long game for our first one. We'll have the next one coming up right away. And up next is, where are we on the schedule? Infinity Stack versus Union Gaming. So, all right, we'll see who can take that one there. I'm Zyori. That's K-Pop Tosis. Thank you for joining us, folks. We'll be right back after this.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, West Virginia, West Virginia, West Virginia.